Today we're headed to Epcot and the American Pavilion for a mini review of a brand new restaurant. Whether you loved it or hated it, the Liberty Inn quick service restaurant there was immensely popular. Well, maybe not popular, but it was crowded. Not only with foreign tourists trying American food for the first time, but also with Americans who didn't feel like driving over to McDonald's. And a lot of others just sitting at the tables, sucking in the air conditioning and waiting for the rest of their party to finish using the nearby restrooms. And it looks like the new restaurant is going to be extremely popular too. Only really popular. Although it seems like a long line, actually these guests are being held at the entrance door to make things run more smoothly. I'll explain more, but first some
historical background.
The American Adventure Pavilion is forced perspective in reverse. Remember, over in the Magic Kingdom on Main Street, they want the buildings to seem larger without creating a canyon feeling, so second and third floors are reduced in size. The problem over here at Epcot was to make the massive 5-story building appear to be just 2.5 stories. Well, the entire facility took 5 years to complete from start to finish. But you really don't have to wait that long. The new evolution of the Liberty Inn is called the Regal Eagle Smokehouse. Now, those of us who were history majors will realize that Regal is another term for royal, so maybe not the best choice for an American adventure restaurant? Anyway, during the redesign, they moved the main entrance door. Previously, the door was located so that you were right up against the wall when you came in. And the lines got backed up from the ordering windows, they just backed up along the wall. Now, if the ordering stations were to get backed up, now guests would be forced to just stare at you and your food while they can only salivate and wait. That's why they hold the guests at the door, so the seating areas aisles don't get all backed up. Now, what they're going to do in a rainy season or during those sweltering hot summer days isn't exactly clear. But the lines were moving swiftly when we arrived for our Saturday. Inside, little has changed since its former life. New paint jobs, some new decorations on the wall. They've removed the fountain from the center of the dining room. I didn't notice if this cut down on the amount of birds flying around inside or not, but I assume it will. There's a couple of new condiment stations as well as 2 new drink stations. Oh yeah, and there's also alcohol available. Also with an outside draft window. I mean, that's kind of a big change, right? The biggest overall change is the new Muppet theming. The Regal Eagle Smokehouse is a tribute to all cookouts, but mostly barbecue. And it's good to see some of the classic Muppet pitmasters like Rolf the Dog, Bobo the Bear, Janice from Dr. Teeth's band The Electric Mayhem, each of them representing a different barbecue style. Their pictures adorn the wall along with some of their cook-off awards. Our host for the meal is, of course, Sam Eagle. Now outside you'll find additional seating, smoker, which I don't know if they're smoking all the meat in there. I doubt it. There's a lot of meat being sold inside. And the brand new window that we talked about earlier. But back inside, it was time to eat. And what's a smokehouse without a signature barbecue sauce? At Regal Eagle, there are 4, representing 4 different barbecue styles. The Memphis-style Sizzlin' Pit Dry Rub Coalition presents their classic smokehouse sauce. The Blue Ridge Vinegar League presents their North Carolina-style vinegar sauce. The Old Glory Mustard Guild gives us a South Carolina-style mustard sauce. And then there's the Blue Ribbon Brisket sauce. Many people pick one barbecue sauce and use it on everything, like cast member Josh, who told me he puts their mustard sauce on everything, including the mac and cheese. I've never really been a fan of mustard or vinegar-based sauces, but I really like Regal Eagle's version. And anyway, I did try all of the sauces, and really, some each just went better with specific sauces. See, for food, I decided, and by that I mean Gene decided, that I would get the American platter with onion rings. My job really is the placeholder and bag watcher at the table, so no other guest can be injured by me wheeling around in my power chair while waiting to order. Actually, they did get my order, and my son's a bit mixed up, and mine came with his fries, while his came with my rings, so we just swapped. Oh, and just a note, seasoned fries are really good, I'm just saying. The American platter comes with your choice of 3 of Regal Eagle's 5 smoked meats. brisket, pulled pork, sausage, ribs, and chicken. I decided, and by that I mean Gene decided on ribs, brisket, and sausage. Let's start with a brisket. It was great, and it really went best with Regal's Blue Ribbon Brisket sauce, a sweet and savory sauce. Anyway, the brisket was some of the best I've had, and I lived in Eastern North Carolina for 9 years. My son and I both decided that the Old Glory mustard sauce was the only choice for the sausage. It made an otherwise okay piece of meat and of sausage into a winning meal. The only thing that really bugged me was the ribs. See, every video I've watched talked about how the ribs just fell off the bones. Well, mine didn't. I mean, they weren't bad by any means, but they weren't fall off the bone either. Jean really misses a good North Carolina barbecue, so she went with Regal Eagle's North Carolina chopped smoked pork butt platter. You know, pulled pork. And of course, she went with a Blue Ridge vinegar sauce. Now, no one here in Florida will ever duplicate a good old North Carolina pig picking, but Jean said she really enjoyed it. They were even able to meet the special needs of our daughter-in-law who has severe food allergies. The Regal Eagle could offer her brisket right off the regular menu, along with gluten-free and egg-free toasted bread. All our meals all came with a slice of garlic bread. They do have a vegan option, barbecue jackfruit burger. Since my vegans were out at Disneyland instead of here in Florida, I wasn't about to spend $12.99 on something I just wanted to taste. So, any vegans out there, let me know what you think in the comments section. Now, let's talk about their wheelchair accessibility, which ain't bad. The regular ordering windows are not wheelchair accessible. I didn't have any problems navigating around the drink stations, the condiment counter, or any of the areas around the tables. The biggest problem lies in Disney's decision to use benches as seating. With benches in place, the only place for a wheelchair is at the end of the table. Unfortunately, the end of the table also happens to be where they decided to place the pedestal legs. So we combined a nearby table for 2 with our table for 4. Luckily, the seating area wasn't very crowded at the time. With the tables moved together, we slid our bench down in front of the table for 2 and half of our table for 4. That left me the side of our table for 4 to fit without any pedestals in my way. Now let's go back outside and talk about the new walk-up window. They have a large selection of alcoholic and non-alcoholic beverages, as well as a number of specialty drinks. Of course, they have beer by the bottle and on tap, including one named after Sam Eagle and some guy named Adam. They don't, however, have a fountain drink dispenser to refill your lunchtime soda cup. You gotta go back inside for that. Now, here's where I will attempt to rate the Regal Eagle so you can decide if you want to go. Well, everyone looks at things through their own filter, so as for atmosphere, the Regal Eagle scored a 3 Miss Piggies. It's your basic dining room and can be loud. There's no fountain anymore, so there are no more birds, but, you know, quite frankly, I kind of miss them. The food? Well, if you follow my videos, you probably saw my video on the polite pig, and you know I recommend it. But I'll let my wife give you her opinion.
Regal Eagle or polite pig?
I enjoyed my Regal Eagle today. Better than my polite pig the last time I went there.
And which sauce did you like the best?
The North Carolina vinegar.
Okay.
And with an endorsement like that, let's give the Regal Eagle the coveted 4 Miss Piggy rating. All the food and all the sauces were actually really good. And whenever we can find an allergy food that doesn't cause the kitchen staff to throw up their arms and panic, we're happy. Let's take a minute to talk about accessibility. As I said, benches seem to be the only problem, but they are way better than the wrought iron chairs that Liberty Inn had. Also, if you're on your own, the main doors are button operated. Cashier lines are not accessible, but Disney cast members will work around that to help you out, or you could just mobile order. Because there are only those problems, we'll give the Regal Eagle 3 Miss Piggies. As far as value goes, with the electric umbrella closed... No, wait, it's not fair to compare anything to the electric umbrella, so let's compare the Regal to the Liberty Inn. Regal Eagle does not have my old standby of surf and turf. But that's okay, this stuff is way better. The prices are about what you'd expect from Disney. For the 4 of us, it was around $84 with meals and drinks. And for Disney, that's a pretty good deal. So let's give it 4 Miss Piggies. So now you know what we think. We want to know what you think. If you've tried the Regal Eagle, let us know what you think in the comments section below. We'll make sure we check on them right after we tried the pulled pork. And the chicken. like this video, why don't you give it a big thumbs up? And if you'd like to see more of this kind of video, why don't you subscribe? It's free. All you have to do is press on the red subscribe button down below. And remember, when you do subscribe, don't forget to click on that bell icon. That way you'll be notified the next time I upload a video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.